Yo, it's your boy ToyScout here with another action figure review, this time on Superhero Static Shock from Subway all the way back in the year 2004. I am really excited to review this figure because Static Shock is truly one of my favorite superheroes of all time. Let's do it. Now, as you all can see, this Static Shock figure comes with an additional 2 accessories to complement it. It comes with a Static Shock frisbee, which clearly depicts the cover art of the animated series, which ran from the year 2000 to the year 2004. Now, as we take a closer look at his accessories, we can clearly see the artwork accurately depicted on the frisbee. This is his second costume that he wore in the second half of the animated series, which ran from the year 2000 to 2004. And the frisbee is really nicely textured, as well as some hidden details such as the Static Shock logo, as well as the Static Shock font engraved around the edge of the frisbee. The back of the frisbee does not have much more to it. And for his second accessory, which is his flying disc, if you're familiar with the animated series, he uses this disc with an electrical charge to give him anti-gravitational hovering properties, and he flies through the skies of Dakota. Now, paying attention to the surface, we can clearly see the Static Shock logo imprinted on it. That is a really subtle detail. These are the pegs which he fits onto, and the back of the shield does not really have much more except for details about the year the figure was produced. Now on to the star of the show, Static Shock himself. Wow, this figure looks really great for a kid's meal from Subway back in 2004. But I must admit how much I love the paint job on this figure, because if you look closely, he has truly subtle details, such as you can see his goggles as well as his mask, right? The likeness is fairly accurate for a kid's meal. It's not the best, however, I do enjoy it. The detail in his dreadlocks is clear to see. Big up Rastafari. As well as his logo. This logo is so cool, and what I like about it, in order to differentiate it from the traditional Flash logo, the lightning bolt swivels in the form of an S. So, you know, S stands for static. And this is really nice details in his pants and his boots. They included the bootstraps. I mean, the bootstraps traditionally were painted a different color, but I mean, we can't get too much definition for a kid's meal figure. But nevertheless, for what it's worth, it's really something special. We even have textures on his pants as well. And the belt is also accurately textured. Really great figure. Also, I believe this is the only official merchandise of Static Shock from his animated series. That is so sad because he was such a cool character, and I truly believe that some other company, hello DC Collectibles, should recreate this figure in a more modern context. But as for the figure itself, he has standard points of articulation, such as his left arm can rotate all the way around, as well as his right arm. His head can also rotate a full 360 degrees, and he has a waist swivel where his waist can rotate all the way around if needed. Unfortunately, he does not have any articulation in his legs. Now, to explain the texture of this figure, it is basically a hard plastic. However, his trench coat is made of a pliable rubber material, which is really appropriate because it gives you a little more flexibility to pose. And it is also accurate to the show because in the show his cape would often flap behind him as he flew through the skies of Dakota. To explain the gimmick of this action figure, he comes with his disc, and his disc has pegs of 2 separate sizes to indicate the direction in which he should be pegged onto his flying disc. Just fit him on just like this, and he's ready to fly through the city of Dakota and fight all of the bad guys, such as Hot Streak and Rubber Band Man, and occasionally team up with Batman as well as the Justice League, and even Batman Beyond. Now, as you can see, he fits pretty well in scale with other DC animated figures, such as this 6-inch Justice League figure of future Superman, including the Starro accessory. And I would say, as a result of this Static Shock figure standing at about 4 inches tall, it really does complement these DC animated figures pretty well. Additionally, I think that he fits pretty well in scale with these 2 additional Batman Beyond figures from Burger King. They both stand at approximately 6.5 inches tall. So I also think that they complement Static pretty well if you want to recreate any scenes where he went into the future and ended up meeting Terry McGinnis as well as elderly Bruce Wayne. Alright guys, this has been another ToyScout review. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my page for more fantastic reviews on all of your favorite superheroes. And for any kids watching, definitely go check out the Static Shock animated series, because if you enjoyed Miles Morales' Spider-Man from Enter the Spider-Verse, you'll definitely love Static, because he was Miles Morales before there was a Miles Morales. Electrical powers included. So take care and keep collecting.
Fight the criminal, chase the bad guys, save the world, fly to the sky. Have kid amazing. Okay, stash out, come face it. Yeah, 1-0, then you zap.